parents, guests, old boys, and members of the Board of Governors, welcome to the Doon School. I visited the school for the first time as a 10-year-old, faced with the prospect of leaving life in the United States. Having a rather vague knowledge of Doon, I naively expected to be whisked on a tour of fancy classrooms and luxurious boarding houses. But quite to my surprise, I was left in the hands of my soon-to-be seniors, deformers, who were eager to befriend or possibly torment the prospective Roscoe with the Yankee twang. On a muggy August day, when all I wanted was an ice cream, I was dragged to witness the entire swimming competition. And there, I was baffled to see over 100 boys sitting on the cement steps, cheering wildly for their houses. As alien as this sight may have seemed, I felt instinctively comfortable, even shouting a cheer or two for Hyderabad House, which was the house of many members of my family. I noticed that my escorts were arguing amongst themselves, mentioning house positions, the tactics, and school team was, that each house was going to win, followed by all the other house boys shouting him down. And I asked bewilderedly if all competitions were treated so seriously. Those around me gave me this look like, you're kidding, right? Of course they are. And then it hit me. I had found my new home, the Doon School. The Shatabdi became my Hogwarts Express and Hyderabad House became my Gryffindor. That was my introduction to school. Let me tell you why this school is special. The pressure placed on students nowadays is great. There is a growing emphasis on specialization and the need to score high marks. But Doon provides a solution. Here, you are encouraged to broaden your horizons rather than narrow them. Roscoes are playing sports, learning instruments, debating, acting, and even building wooden tables all in a single day. How many schools can boast of that? In a way, Doon, like other great schools, is providing all the puzzles to the piece of education. But unlike the rest, Doon will leave it to a Roscoe to piece it together. People will ask, can Doon do all that its alumni boast of? Here, within just 70 acres of quiet campus, that seems far from the dinner-wager metropolitans. I will answer, yes, Doon can. Doon has historically always placed immense faith in its students to exercise their autonomy. It's Roscoes who help decide the way the school is run in the school council. It's Roscoes who act, produce, and direct the various in-house plays. And it's Roscoes who, as prefects, mentor and look after younger boys. Doon's do-what-you-dream-of attitude is simple. If mountaineering is your passion, then trek Kilimanjaro. If you're interested in NASA, if you're interested in space, then go visit NASA. If you wish to start a social service project, go adopt a village. In Doon, it doesn't matter who you were before school or where you came from. With a simple 3-digit number attached indelibly to your name, the only thing that matters in school is what you do. The highest awards, the colors in sports, music, art, debating, dramatics, and the school colors are given to boys who are not only hardworking and talented, but boys who are exemplary role models who serve the activity, the sport, and the school. Whether it's setting up the game-winning goal or sneaking tough past the school guards, Roscoes never fail to use their greatest asset, each other. The Doon School seemed at first an anomaly to me. In the middle of the dusty buzz of Dehradun, one had the tranquility of Town Park. Then there was the school itself, with its unique dialect, its innumerable traditions, and the incomprehensible nicknames that its students bestowed on one another. Some would say that this makes Doon different. I would say that this makes Doon exceptional. Exceptional because in just 76 years, a school with simple teaching facilities and less than 100 boys in each graduating class has been able to have a global impact. Roscoes from different geographies and different religions have gone on to be successful in many walks of life, in politics, government, media, environment, wildlife preservation, literature, the armed forces, commercially, just to name a few. In a country as diverse and as complex as India is, Doon is a treasure. That is because in the Doon School, everyone has an equal opportunity. And by working on the individual growth and development of young leaders in a close-knit community, Doon can produce students who impact larger communities later on in life. Chandbagh for all of us becomes a home when, after 15 or 20 or 30 years, we will all enter to become law schools once more. And Doon is, quite frankly, a funny place. We cry the day we enter school as reformers with our parents and our fathers, who are hopefully also crying for us instead of celebrating our departure. We cry the day we leave school as SCs. But it's what happens in between that makes this school special. Having spent 6 years in school, I've seen that law schools are susceptible to one thing: worrying too much. We often are looking so far ahead that we fail to see what we've already accomplished. As a D-former, we are scared of evil SCs like me. As A-formers, we are scared of board exams, and as SCs, we are scared of college admissions. Sure, the uncertainty of the future is intimidating, but that doesn't mean we forget the beauty of the present. At the end of the day, a Doon school education can give you much more than just a great college placement. When I think back on the day I first visited school, I now realize the significance of the swimming competition, the reason why a boy would cheer, shout, sweat, and push himself to the limit. It's the desire to compete with oneself, and to do that for the team that puts a law school ahead. As said in chapter 3, verse 21 of the Bhagavad Gita, Yad yad acharati shreshthas tat tad ev taro jana sayat pramanam kurute lokas tad anuvartate. Meaning, whatever standard a great man sets by exemplary acts, the world follows. It is my hope that in the years to come, Doon becomes not only an exception to the world, but also a model to be emulated. And on that note, I would like to wish you all a very happy Father's Day.